Hello, pipe smokers. This is Paul the Pipe Guy live from Rochester, New York. And the night before last, what I did is I put a slight amount to a medium amount, a coating of honey in three bowls for three new pipes that I wanted to break in. And my roommate had yesterday off, and normally he works a 1 till 11 p.m. shift, so I'm in bed way, way before then. And I've got a nice air purifier in the living room, and that goes. So when he comes home, the house isn't really smoky or anything like that. He's up in the kitchen, and I lit up three of these bowls. I lit the first one up, and the smell of burning honey apparently doesn't smell too good because when you burn, it's basically sugar. When you're burning sugar, if you've ever burned cookies or something like that, I didn't taste it or anything. So when one bowl would start to get warm, I'd go to the next bowl, fire that one up, smoke it a little bit. So I kept this rotation going of three pipes. And really, unbeknownst to me, my air purifier on the bottom of it sucks the smoke in, the smoky air in. And on the top, it's kind of at an angle, and it blows clean air back into the room. Well, that was behind me, and it's got a pretty good fan on it, so it was blowing it from the living room 6 steps up into the kitchen where he was. And so then I'd let my pipes cool down, and I'd have a cigarette. And apparently got pretty smoky up in the kitchen, or at least it was a very bad smell from the burning honey. So, and he's a great guy. He's a great roommate. Uh, about 3 years ago, before he moved in here, we basically split the rent and so forth and the utilities. Uh, I says, look, I says, three things. I don't want any wild women in the house. Um, if you meet one, go to hers. Second thing is if something is bothering you or something is bothering me that maybe one of us is doing, then we should talk about it and not let it fester and build up. When you live with somebody, it's almost like a marriage, and obviously I'm not gay, and if you are, that's fine. I have nothing against that, but so my roommate, it's almost like a marriage, really, because we're sharing the same residence. And I said the third thing is I do smoke in the house. And he's like, oh, that's no problem at all. My dad lived to be 87, and I lived with him. He smoked 3 packs of Pall Malls a day, and it never bothered me. Well, apparently it does bother him. And he's the greatest roommate, really, you could probably hope for. He uh, very clean, very courteous. He has no bad habits. Doesn't smoke. Doesn't drink. Doesn't go out to bars. He's conscientious. That type of thing. Cleans up after himself. So I'm smoking all of these bowls and then a cigarette in between every now and then. And he comes to me and says, I'm going to go out for a bit. Maybe get some gasoline or something to eat. And this was like 8:30, and I was like, huh. And he'd kind of acted funny before, and I asked him if everything was all right, and he didn't say anything. He says, yeah, everything's fine. So today, about 2 o'clock at work, I get a text. Just wanted to let you know I had to leave the house last night because the smoke was killing me. Thank you. And I'm like, oh, great. How am I going to answer this one? So I thought about it because I do try to be a very conscientious guy, and I I don't want to smoke the poor guy out of the house or do something that's going to upset him or anything, or whatever. I'm a peace lover, and you know, mm, my new Peterson pipe, by the way, that I got, that I'm breaking in still, with some Lane uh, yeah, with some good Lane tobacco in it. Mm-hmm. And so, anyways, I thought about it for a minute, and I texted him back, and I said, "Hey," I says, "I'm really sorry about that." I said, "I wish you would have said something, because I would have opened up every door in the house, and we would have gotten a nice breeze through, and within 10 minutes, it would have cleared all the smoke out or whatever smell was bothering you." And he texted me back, and he says, "Well, it's your house, Paul." And I texted him back after thinking about it for a moment. And we've really never had an argument. I didn't consider this one. And I said, well, I said, instead of letting me know today about what happened yesterday, I think it would have been much better if you would have just mentioned something. That way you wouldn't have had to have leave the house, which we share. It's not just my house. But, and I could have solved the problem within 10 minutes, and you wouldn't have had to go anywhere. But he's kind of one of these passive-aggressive type of guys, very quietly. He won't say anything's bothering him at the time, but then he'll start to think about it, maybe text the next day or something and say, this happened and I didn't like it, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. So I told him, I says, well, what happened was I was breaking in 3 of my pipes, and I explained to him about the burning honey and so forth, and he sent me a text back and just was kind of laughing about it and just said, "You and your pipes, Paul." And I said, well, if this happens in the future, say something. It's not going to kill my electric bill to open all of the freaking doors up for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Air the place out. I would stop what I was doing. So anyways, it's funny, but it's not so funny. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. By the way, it's Lane hazelnut that I'm smoking. Bulk Lane hazelnut that I got from pipesandcigars.com. And after about 6 months of being back ordered, because I do like to have a cigar every now and then, I got some General Grant cigars, a box of 30 coming in. And you should check it out. They're made in the Dominican Republic. I'm just letting you guys know this, so if you want them before they sell out again, they're probably one of the hottest little cigars. It's a 50 gauge cigar by 42, I think, millimeters long. I don't know. They're Coronas. And for $32.95, you get a box of 30 of them, and they're made in the Dominican Republic by hand. I'll review them when they come in. Well, don't want to make this video too long, but that's what happened to me last night and today. Anyway, I am feeling much better. I started taking my vitamin D3 and my B complex that has all the C vitamins in it also too. And I've been getting a lot of rest, just working 8 hours a day now. I'm feeling much better. Thank you everyone who was concerned about me from working 60 plus hours a week, 21 days in a row. Anyway, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy, live from Rochester, New York. Happy pipe smoking, pipe smokers. Over and out.